Hi, this is Bird from Bird's SVGs, and in this video I'll be showing you how I put the Doily Edge card together from the For My Mum collection, SVG collection. Okay, I'm going to start off with the card base, and it comes in two pieces. So you have this tab on the front piece. I'll just add some glue onto it, and then the tab goes on the inside of the card. And then the majority of that tab will actually be covered over by the internal pieces. So I'm just going to press along there and make sure that it's glued down fully. Then I'm going to start with this internal piece. This is the piece where you would write the message to your recipient. So it hides behind the shape on the front, so you can't see it unless it's opened. Now I'm going to tuck this just on the left edge, but I'm just making sure as I open the card that it's not obstructing the card at all. And it's also flush with the bottom of the card. Next we've got a piece of pattern paper, and then I'm just trying to get an idea of where I want it to sit after I've added glue to it, because there is actually a small gap between this and the card insert, that white piece. So I'm just adding glue to all the edges. Now this lines up with the bottom edge of the card and also the left edge, just making sure that it's not again obstructing the card from opening, and making sure that there's an even border around the left hand side. Now we'll move on to the front of the card. Now I'm adding some glue to this lace piece, this doily edge, and as long as you get some glue along that top curve, it doesn't matter if you don't add glue to the whole of this lacy area. You can just add some dots here and there and that'll be enough to hold it. I'm trying to act fairly quickly when I'm adding some glue and not worrying about being too thorough, because otherwise it can dry on you as you're going. So I'm going to pop this in place and make sure that there's an even edge all the way around. So you can see that there's an even border of pink all the way around this white lacy area, and then you know it's in the right position. Here's my pattern paper piece for the front, and I'm just going to line this up with the bottom and the left edge of my white lacy piece. Then I'll know it's in the right position. And you can see when it's closed it covers up that insert piece where you write the message to your recipient. Okay, now I'm moving on to my sentiment, and I've chosen the card that has the mum sentiment, but obviously there is the other spelling, the MOM version. So if that's applicable to you, then you pick whichever sentiment is right for you. Now the back piece is in one layer and the front pieces are in three little pieces here. You just want to add some glue to them. Again, you don't have to add glue fully to the back of these pieces, just a few dots here and there will be enough to hold them because they're quite small. Now I'm adding these directly onto my shadow layer for my sentiment here, and then I'm going to put some 3D foam pads behind my sentiment. But of course that's optional. If you'd rather that your card was flat, then you can leave that step out. So I'm just offering my sentiment up to my card just to see where I'd want it to be placed once I've added my 3D adhesive. Of course, if there's other types of 3D adhesive you'd like to use, like glue gel or glue dots, you can do that too. Okay, I'm just going to pop this in place now. And I'll move on to my flower embellishment. I'm going to add some glue to the centre of this green piece, and I'm deliberately not adding any glue behind the leaves. I'll add a little bit to the stems so they'll stay down because they're the most delicate area. Okay, I'm going to add some glue to the whole of the back of this dark pink piece. And I'll line that up with the layer behind it. Then I'm going to get, this is a pokey tool, but any tool will do, or pen or paintbrush. I'm just adding a little bit of curl to the petal edges, making sure I've got my textured side up. So I'm just curling the petals upwards. I'm going to pop some glue just into the middle. But I am actually making sure that my petals are central, just by splaying them out and making sure that they line up with the dark pink piece behind. And then encouraging them to curl back up again, so I know they're central. Okay, it would have been easier if I added some dimension to these leaves before I glued this piece down. But I can just get under there and add a little bit of shape. And then I'm adding some glue to the whole of this back of this white piece. And I'm going to pop it into the corner of the inside of my card. Now I'm choosing to add an enamel dot to the middle of my flower, but obviously you could add a gem or a button, even a small button. And that's my card finished. So remember, you've got the two different spellings of the mum to go with this card, or of course you can use a completely different sentiment and you can use it for any occasion.